Hi, welcome to Girls Game Shelf. We are playing Abandoned Planet today. And in this game, meteors are falling from the sky and raining down on the planet, and you have to collect different resources in order to build a rocket that will launch you into space and save you. But you cannot do it alone. You have to do it with an ally. It has to be your resources combined with another person's. Depending on how many players you have, there are certain people that you are not allowed to ally with. So for 5 to 8 players, you cannot be an ally with someone who's sitting directly to your left or directly to your right. So to begin the game, we have a little bit of setup to do. The person playing the leader will look at the first meteor card and annihilate that pathway. There it goes. Players will then look at their corresponding pathway cards because they don't need them anymore. The next thing that happens in setup is the leader will reveal another meteor card, and that is our safe pathway for that turn. After setup, there are 3 phases in each turn. The first phase is get ready. In order to get ready, the first thing that you can do is you can, if you have one of these little tool resources, is you can prep for launch. Now you may or may not want to do this for several turns because the only reason you would prep for launch is if you and an ally have enough resources combined that you might be able to abandon the planet at the end of that turn. So the next thing that happens is the leader again will look at the next meteor card. Now at this point, they put it face down not to reveal it to anyone, and they may or may not talk about what they have seen. While they are talking, they may or may not tell the truth, or they may just be completely silent. Then players will look at the board and talk amongst themselves, maybe tell the truth, maybe lie, who knows? And they will decide where they are going to go. Once all the players have put their pathway cards down, they reveal where they're going. The next phase is flying out. So at this point, you fly out and they collect the resource. Now, when they are collecting their resources, they keep them in their loading bay. Then we reveal where the next meteor hits. And the meteor always hits the tile, the resource tile, that is closest to the base. So that one goes away. Woo! And in its place, we get an aftermath tile. Aftermath tiles say different things, give you different options, and you can still play on an aftermath tile. Once a pathway is hit a second time, you play another aftermath tile. But the third time that a meteor hits it, it is annihilated, and all the players again will have to turn in their cards. If you were on a tile that was struck by a meteor, you lose everything in your loading bay and your prep bay. Gone it is. But you do get another meteorite. Now, meteorites do different things, and there's this handy-dandy reference sheet that will tell you all about them. Final phase, we fly back. Now, the first thing that can happen when you fly back is that if a team has everything that they need already without having done any exchanges, then they can abandon the planet and launch into space. If nobody abandons the planet, then exchanges may take place. And you can exchange all your 3 scraps for another whatever it is that you need. But you can't launch into space unless you've prepped. Remember that at the very beginning? And if you've been hit by a meteor or something and lost your prep, then you can't launch into space. Once you do your exchanges, you can also move everything in your loading bay down into your inventory so that if you're struck in space again, you won't lose anything. Something that can happen during the game if you're starting to be hard up on resources is you can decide to go to the same tile as another person. And if you do, you are attempting a takeover. And takeovers resolve in a couple different ways. Either you can allow it to happen, or the person who is being attacked can fight back with a cannon. And if they fight back with a cannon, well then, that ends that takeover. Unless the other player has a shield that they can fight back with. See, that's where these meteorites come in handy. They have different uses. You can also bribe the person trying to take you over with 2 scraps, and they have to take that bribe unless they have one of these guys that says, nope, no bribe for me. It's a sabotage meteorite. So the game goes on, and resource tiles are lost, aftermath tiles are placed down, the board significantly changes until a team can launch into space. More than one team can abandon the planet, but one person has to be left behind. And if there's a case where there's an even number of players and all teams are ready to launch into space at the same time, then the team with the least amount of resources would stay home and watch the fireworks. But if there's a chance that all of the teams have an equal number of resources, well then they all would launch, and then they would all crash in space and die anyways. And that's how you play. The first path is number 5. So that gets blown away. And everyone turn in your number 5s. And then our safe path this round is number 1. Oh, and then I get to look at where it's going to strike next.
The best part about being the leader is when, you know, you kind of, that's your time to control what happens with the game. And it's probably the time where you talk the most. And so you can sort of push people in one direction or another.
I really liked the amount of like secrecy you could have in it. And like being able to like hide things from other players and not really have like your strategy like out in the open.
I was just thinking if we all just went to,
So that we don't
wouldn't make
fight
enemies
right
to
off
start
the bat.
I'm cool with enemies.
Well, I'm making a declaration that I'm going to 4.
And I'm going to 3.
There we go.
I think I'm going to go to 1 since I know it is safe.
Okay, I think I'm going to leave it to myself for now.
I'll leave it to myself as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sneakies. All right, ready?
Yep.
Then we reveal, right?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, boom. Oh. And we're going to go this way, so you's going to get challenged.
See you. Future ally.
If I'm totally honest, I didn't have any allies. I actually was just hedging my bets with whoever I could get to the end with faster. So that was kind of fun too.
So let's see.
And I'm going out to the country to get some food and a little scrap. Oh, look, what's over here? Piece of tractor. Okay.
Wait, I wanna go to number 6.
I too am gonna go kick it in the city. Boom.
Is this a takeover?
Yeah. It's gonna cannon me.
Yeah.
And since it's gotta be like that.
Some alliance.
Oh, man.
So
So
then,
then you get green.
thank you, girl.
What a rough start.
I know, right?
Everybody, we need to just work
That's hard
together.
times in the city, you know.
Not knowing where the meters were gonna hit kept it exciting because there was all like this element of chance.
Meteor's going to strike Savannah.
Oh.
Oh, girl.
You get to place the aftermath tile. So now we all fly back to our base.
So did everybody make it back without any trouble or hurting anybody? We're all working together, right? We committed to peace?
Or so we thought.
So now 6 is safe,
Okay.
and I'm going to pass these to you.
Okay.
Are you allowed, if you wanted to tell us what that is? No, you're not.
You could.
You can't show it to us. But could you tell us?
I could. It's just kind of fun to role play and take on different characters based on the moves. So sometimes you get to be the nice guy, sometimes you get to be the mean person.
So you go first.
So then I go to 1, right?
Yep.
Where are we? And we get a little
So we know it's not going to be 1,
thingy thing.
which means it's either going to be 2, 4, or 2, 3, or 4, right?
Maybe.
2, 3. Well, you said it might be 2. Okay.
And I screwed myself over.
You did?
What?
Why did you do that?
Okay, I knew where the meteor was gonna hit, but when I thought about it and chose my card, I thought, oh, that's a safe place. And then when I put it, I was like, no, that wasn't the safe place. then I blew myself up, but then I liked that I became unpredictable.
It surprised her too, and we were like, what the fuck just happened? So you knew that you couldn't trust her for the rest of the game.
Right.
Oh, this is
Shaky leader.
This is insane, insanity over here. Untrustworthy.
And she made us a refugee camp.
Collect one tool. The tool can only be stolen by a player with fewer resources in their inventory.
Okay, so what is it?
It's 6.
It's 6?
It's 6.
Okay. I don't expect that you would lie out loud so readily to everybody. I feel like you're telling the truth.
I firmly believe that the way to get off this planet, and we can get everyone off this planet, I do believe, is working together, not becoming backstabby, not stealing from each other, but open, honest communication.
Did you just look at me when she said
She did.
backstabbing?
If the planet was going to Krypton-style explode, we could all work together and get off of it. We don't have to be sending little baby Superman by himself. We could all work together and avoid it. Okay, and so that's what I was trying to do, even though the rules state that you can't.
Doesn't it say in the rules that you can't, not everyone can get off?
Yes, someone's
the
gonna
planet?
die.
Yeah.
Right, so lies.
I do believe that you want to get the most people off the planet as possible, but we
There you
are
go.
we are going to have to leave somebody behind.
listen, you're right.
Did you just
And it's
look
gonna
at
be
me
a
when you
stealth.
said somebody?
No, I'm trying to talk to everyone. You're one of my possible allies.
Yeah, there may be sacrifices in this. There may be.
She looked at you again.
But
Okay.
it's 6. There will be sacrifices, but it does not have to be now. And we can all work together. Okay?
Great.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I just feel like everyone stopped trusting Melissa. I just feel like Melissa kind of got the short end of the stick after she had that whole spiel. And I knew she was telling the truth. I could tell she was telling the truth. But she just oversold it a little bit. She was too enthusiastic about everyone surviving, so nobody trusted her. Because we knew that the game couldn't end that way. We knew someone had to die, right? She was kind of, I don't know what she was doing with that.
Ready?
Kaboom.
6. Alright. Truthful here.
So the next time a meteor hits that, it's gone. It's annihilated.
Oh.
Yeah, we're getting close already. All right, looks like we're one round away before it gets nasty again.
Yeah.
All right,
Just saying. Just like.
here you go.
I liked when we started giving people hints of where the meteor wasn't gonna hit, because you had enough to keep people guessing and keep people using like, was it here or here? Should I give you guys a hint?
Yes.
Yeah,
Great.
give us a hint.
Technology is safe.
No one needs
No one needs technology.
technology.
All technology, because there's a couple places you can get technology. You can get it here or here.
One is safe.
One,
One,
like the pathway 1.
the pathway of 1 is safe,
Okay.
and the pathway of 3 is safe.
Well, we know that. It's the safe one. That's not helpful. Is that all you're gonna give us?
All I'm gonna give you.
Oh, you bitch.
There's enough tiles for you guys to go.
No, there's not. There's 2 other tiles. One of them's gonna get blown up.
No,
And
but-
nobody needs technology.
But you might need a tool.
Look at your allies. Look at them. You can be messing them up right now. You could be blowing up your space, your rocket as we speak, by not sharing information. I'm going to 3. I know it's safe. I know that 3 is safe
Why are you going to 3 for fuel?
because I can exchange it for something, and I know that she can't blow me up on 3 because that's the safe path.
I'm not the meteor.
You're not the meteor. I'm sorry. I know that
Sometimes.
the meteor that I refer to in the feminine pronoun will not blow me up. Where are you going?
You're not saying anything.
No, wait, I'm thinking.
I'm going to 4.
You're going to 4?
Wait, yeah, I'm going to 4. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's even smarter. Because
no,
then
it's,
you could.
It's not. It's actually not smart.
Which one are you going to on
I'm
4
going
though?
this one.
Are you really?
Yeah, it's not smart.
Huh.
That's a gamble.
It is a gamble. I'm here to gamble.
I think.
I'm here to win. Sometimes you have to gamble to win.
How old are you?
Again, desperate times, desperate measures. I need food and a scrap.
Okay. Yeah, that is.
I'm going here too.
And
I said I was going there.
I know. getting heated. It's getting bad. Don't you take my food. Oh! Oh my gosh, I spent like 3 turns trying to get food, and I kept getting takeovers because I was like at the beginning of the rotation, and I kept gambling or just like hoping it would work out that I would have these meteor tokens, and so it would come to me and I was like, I'm gonna get you with my cannon. But then they'd always have like a shield, or like any other time it came up, I was like, it's not gonna work, or I didn't have the right meteor token. So it was frustrating. It was just frustrating because I wanted food, and it just kept like being taken away from me.
All right.
What's the damage?
What is it?
Sorry to say that both of you guys have lost.
Oh!
Which
Wait.
means you and I are one step closer.
No, those are my allies.
Does that mean, but I get a meteor?
You
out
get
of
a
that?
Yes.
meteorite.
Alright.
You've been hit
So
by meteors. You get a
now-
meteorite. At some point, me and Savannah, like I looked at Savannah's things, and I was like, oh man, we could totally leave the planet together. And it just so happened that the safe space where you could get up, you knew the meteor wasn't going to hit, had both of the tools that we needed to leave. I'm going to prep for lunch, and I encourage you to do the same, because if we are both prepped for lunch and we get that green, we can go.
But you have to abandon the planet before you unload.
But anything in your loading bay or prep counts when you abandon the planet.
No.
Yes.
All right, I will also prep. Not that I think that we're there, any of us, but I will just in case some miracle of miracle happens.
Yeah. Are you gonna prep, man? Because if not, then I'm, screwed. Sweet.
I'm prepping.
You guys? You look a little stiff. You look a little scared.
Because you just upped it, and I feel like we're not ready for that.
Well, you may not be ready, but I'm not ready to die on the planet when someone else takes off and explodes everything.
So are you...
I am intending
Are
on
you-
leaving the planet as soon as humanly possible.
Well, if you're prepping, I guess I have to prep now. Jeez Louise.
We're all prepped.
We're all prepped, guys.
All prepped.
Okay, what's gonna explode?
Be creative with how you get your food. Let's say that.
Okay. Be creative with how you get your food. Which means, to me, that we can't go to the place where you could just get food. Right?
I'm saying what I said.
Okay.
You can't in this game like wink wink nudge nudge anybody, and you can't whisper. So you have to say things that everybody can hear and everybody can think about.
Okay, I'm going to 4.
You're going to 4?
I'm going to 4.
Where are you going on 4?
I'm going to this.
All right. You get with the intention of getting food, right?
Yeah.
Are you both going to 4 now?
Yeah. You gonna mess this up? You gonna mess this up for us, Melissa?
Well, I'm going first. I'm in the most vulnerable position right
You
now.
are indeed.
So like,
I can try and fight it.
I'm going.
Try and fight someone. Gotta gamble. I don't know, I just took a statistics class, and like when you gamble, there aren't as many it's like crazy. It's like 1 out of I'm pulling a number right now, but it's like 10 or 6 or I don't know that there's such a small percentage that you're gonna do well if you gamble. And so I think I was telling Melissa to gamble so she wouldn't do as well, and I'm sorry.
I'm going to 3. I thought about it wrong. I'm going to 3.
Okay. Cool. All right. Ready? Oh wait, I thought you. Okay, never mind. I thought it was.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Gonna get off this planet.
I think you're not gonna.
Sad.
I don't think you're getting off the planet. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna get myself a tool. So now we all fly back, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Savannah,
Waiting after someone abandoned.
would you like to abandon the planet with me?
Yeah, I would like to win it.
Yeah, but wait. Let's make sure we have everything.
We do
We have-
everything.
Even though Christina had been sitting there saying the whole time, oh, we could get off the planet right now. We could do that if we just get this. I didn't think it would work for some reason. I should have, looking back at it now, I should have gone to 4 with them and gambled, like Savannah was telling me, and tried to take over or hold my ground and get their resource instead of going the safe direction. I should have just fought harder, because it's like snuck in right at the end and we're like, oh, bye.
Cheers to you. Goodbye, everyone.
Okay, the rules do say you're supposed to high five and launch your rocket.
Yeah.
Did you high five?
Well, we toasted with our little rockets.
It says high five and launch into space.
Let's go.
You win.
Thank you. We were all pretty nice during this game. Nobody really lied a lot, because we were all kind of feeling it out. So I would want to be the player next time that like you just totally, couldn't trust. And then confuse them. You could do that with this game, and that's cool.
There's something in the way that this game is structured, that there's a lot of strategy and there's a lot of backstabbing, and I think if you don't know the group very well, it could get weird, I guess. It could just get weird. So this is a good one for a group of people that you know.
It was a lot of fun. A lot more fun than I actually expected.
I think that was my favorite part of all of it, was being able to just, if I wanted to be evil, I could. If I wanted to be really nice and sweet and helpful, I could do that.
Yes, this game should definitely go on the shelf. It was very fun. And it's like, I love games where you kind of it kind of puts people against each other. It pits them against each other. So it should definitely go on the shelf.
This game goes on the shelf. I love it.
The game goes on the shelf. Do it.
Yeah. Yes. Goes on the shelf.
This game goes on the shelf.
So 5 ladies played, 5 ladies loved it. It goes on the shelf. All right, that's our show. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.